Hello and welcome. In this video we're going to be continuing with the theme of LINQ expressions, and we'll be covering the where, count and any methods for enumerables. Okay, so starting off we've got our list of accounts. So if you're familiar with the last video we did for LINQ expressions, the account class just looks like this. So we've got an integer ID and a string username property. We've also got a string property for email, but that doesn't matter for now. So if I go into our where class, again, this is just an MS test project that's set up. So if I uncomment this function here, so here we're testing the where LINQ expression. So this will basically just filter down an enumerable or collection to those elements that match that condition that we're feeding in. So in this first one, we've got var matched accounts is equal to accounts.where x.id is less than 3. So this should return us our new account 0, 1 and 2. The accounts with ID 3 and 4 should be missing because the ID is not less than 3. So we're asserting here that our matched accounts.count at the end of this will be 3. So if I run that test, it's gone green there. The test explorer is passing. So there we go, that'll be the matched accounts again for the accounts with the ID 0, 1 and 2, usernames biotechnology, alpha and bravo. Moving on to where our condition would give us a single result. If we wanted a single result, we could just use something like first or default, but here where we don't necessarily only want the one, we just want anything filtered, then you could put something like this in. var matched accounts is equal to accounts.where x.id is equal to 0. Here we're expecting just the one returned in that list, so that'd be this first account with the ID of 0 and the username of biotechnology. If I run that test, that's gone green. So if you want to actually make sure that that was the correct one in there, we could just check that. So our username is biotechnology. Accounts dot element at 0, which would be the only element in it right now, the username for that. If I run that, that should still be passing, which will tell us that that one element in there is the account with the username of biotechnology. So shown as passing there, test explorer shown as green, happy days. So in the situation where we've got no result returned from that condition, so var matched accounts is equal to accounts.where the ID is greater than 4. So here we've got our accounts 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 the IDs, so the maximum is 4. There are no accounts with an ID exceeding 4. Should be no result there. So if I run that, it's gone green, test passing. Our matched accounts.count for this one is 0. There are no elements in that. So that's the where method. If I go on to the count method, so this LINQ expression is kind of like the where, but it'll just return you the count of elements that match that condition from the list. So again, where there are multiple ones, these conditions for this are the same as what we had for the where. So we should have 3 accounts returned with the ID is less than 3. If I run that up, there you go. Number of matched accounts is equal to 3 where the ID is less than 3. So now with this single result, number of matched accounts is equal to accounts.count, where x goes to x.id is equal to 0. We only have one account in that list with an ID of 0, so therefore we should get 1 back as our result. If I run that test up, it's gone green, test passing. So we have no result, as we can expect. We should get 0 back for a number of matched accounts. Number of matched accounts equal to accounts.count, where ID is greater than 4. We have no accounts with an ID greater than 4. We have got one with an ID of 4, but that's our maximum. There you go, he's gone green. You can see that it has returned a count of 0. So the final LINQ expression in this video will be the any method. And this method will just tell you if there's any element within that list that match the condition. So it'll be a Boolean true or false. So continuing on that theme, here we check in if the any returns correctly if we have multiple results. So bool is any matched accounts equal to accounts.any where ID is less than 3. Well, yes, we have 3 elements with the ID is less than 3. Assert that it is true is any matched accounts. In that test, we've got it returned true, so that works for us. Where we have a single result, so this is where the ID is equal to 0. Well, we know we do have an account in that list with the ID of 0, so it should return true. There we go. So the any expression works for that. Now where there are no results, there are no elements within that list that match the condition. So again, we've got where the ID is greater than 4. So bool is any matched accounts, count.any, x goes to x.id greater than 4. Should return a false. If I run that test, you can see it does. All tests are passing. So there we go. So 3 LINQ expressions that we covered in this video: where, any, and count. The where method will return the list of elements from that initial list that match your condition, so it's just a filter collection of your list. The count will simply return you the count of elements that match the condition, and the any is simply give you a Boolean for whether there are any elements within your list that match that condition. Okay, so to use the 3 of these in an example, say we want to find the total number of accounts and get a filtered list of accounts with emails on the barbectechnology.com domain. However, if no accounts are present, then we want to return the number of accounts as -1 and return an empty list for the matched accounts. So to first do this, we set up our variables. So int number of accounts is equal to -1. We'll set up an enumerable of account for matched accounts as a new list. So there we have our empty list of accounts. So now we can say if accounts.any with no condition, that will just return if there are any accounts at all in that list. If there aren't and the list is empty, it will fail and skip the if statement. So number of accounts in total will be accounts.count with no condition. So that will be the total count of elements within that list. Again, if we actually wanted to put a condition in, we could do it xid is equal to 0 to get any elements in that list with ID of 0. But here we just want the count, the total count in there. So that's that. So to get our matched accounts then, on the barbectechnology.com domain, we do accounts.where. So I use the X, but you could just say ac for account or anything like that. ac.email contains barbectechnology.com. So that will return all accounts where the email contains barbectechnology.com from a list. Yes, to check that's working, we're going to assert that our total number of accounts is 5, the full list, So it has entered that if statement because there are account elements within that account list. We want to check that it's just found the one element from the list that has an account with an email in the biotechnology.com domain. So say we do one matched accounts dot count. So that is the total count of elements in our filtered matched account list. And to check that we have actually got the right element in that filtered list, we could say get the username of that element. Element at 0, so the first element in that list of 1. Okay, so we need to add dot username on the end there, of course, to get the username for that. If we run that test, check, it's green. So that's all working. If we had a second element in there, in our list of accounts, on the biotechnology.com domain, we can update this to say that there's a count of 2. We can add another check here, and the second one's username is alpha. Change our element at to point to the second element. If I run that again, all tests are passing. Happy days. Thanks for your time. Please leave a like if you found this video helpful, and subscribe if you'd like more videos like this. Cheers.